praise Empress Gail.
I looked at the tabloid that had a photo of me with Camila Alves and threw it across the room. The one I hated most was the People magazine, with an entire issue devoted to my wedding to Camila, which was actually a wedding of my clone with Camila. I got a lighter and flicked it, then put the flame on the magazine and burned it. I noticed Brent Spiner peeking through my window and let him in. "Hey, Matthew, is everything okay?" Brent seemed very concerned. I didn't know I was that obvious. I stared out the window and evaded Brent's gaze. "I know you told me not to let it get to me, but all these lies about who I really love, I got to get back on the phone. Hold on." I called back the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. "Please don't nominate me. I don't want an Academy Award." "Matthew, you got to be kidding. You're going to destroy your career over a personal issue? You don't understand. This is life and death to me." "Yeah, and how many actors would die to be in your shoes? Not only are you nominated, but I've heard from secret sources that you'll win." "Damn it, I don't want it. How many times do I have to tell you this?" "Well, sorry, Matthew. The Academy will lose all credibility if you aren't nominated. You've been recognized by every major award organization out there, the Golden Globes, the Cannes Film Festival, the SAG Awards, and we're supposed to be the exception? I'll pay you $1 million if you won't nominate me." "Great. Wait till the tabloids get a hold of this. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences refuses deserving actor a nomination for a bribe." I sensed that perhaps this guy was a Jesuit on Camilla's side. The years of frustration piled up, and I wailed. I'm sure he heard my sniffles. "Please don't nominate me." "Sorry, Matthew. If that Camila scares you this much, just divorce her." He hung up on me. Oh, shit. I shoved my face into my hands, clamped the phone down, and felt my jaw tighten and my pulse racing. I called him right back. "Hey, don't hang up on me. That's rude." "Okay, what do you want now?" "You said you'd lose face if I don't get nominated." "Well," I paused, gathered my wits. "I've already won an Oscar, remember? For my role as Dor Ben Habakkuk in Silver Skies in 2006. So you don't have to worry about losing credibility." The man laughed so hard he couldn't talk. "Yeah, right, Matthew. Who's ever heard of Silver Skies? Perhaps now you want me committed to a mental institution." "But I already won a goddamn Oscar. I don't need another one. Let's be fair and give some other guy a chance." "You mean if I don't want this Oscar, I have to take it?" "Matthew, calm down," the Oscar executive said. "I know you already won an Oscar, but that doesn't solve the problem, because nobody knows about that one. We have to preserve our image as a respectable awards organization. All the people who watch the Gabrielle Chana Fox News Channel know about that Oscar." "And who watches the Gabrielle Chana Fox News Channel?" "Would you listen to me? I don't want the Oscar. And lots of people watch the Gabrielle Chana Fox News Channel. It airs in the entire United States, except Florida, where Gail lives. It's not a major news channel and not officially recognized," he said. "Matthew, you're nominated, and there's nothing you can do." "I'm seeing a lawyer. I don't want your Oscar. There must be a law that I can refuse this." "Oh, my God!" The executive had an edge to his voice. "I'll have you committed to a mental institution. That will end your career then and there." He hung up. Brent came to me and embraced me. We both cried. "I understand, Matthew. I understand." "Oh, Brent, I'm so terrified. I can't sleep. I can't eat." "Here, come with me." Brent put his arms about my shoulder and escorted me to Gerard Butler, my psychiatrist. Gerard offered me a glass of wine to calm me. I reached for it, hands trembling. I nodded my head in dismay. "Gerard, I'm terrified at having to appear at all these events. I just know Camila will show up." "Yeah, laddie, I really feel for ye." Gerard gazed at Matthew with caring and concern. "Looks like the Jesuits want you to win this Oscar. so they can make Camilla your permanent wife. Gerard, I actually called the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. They refused to cancel my nomination. Gerard nodded his head as if to say, no, no, to himself. What can we do, Matthew? I'm afraid you will have to make the rounds and make appearances with that Camilla. I'll die if she rings that bell, and I'm up there on the stage giving an acceptance speech. Matthew, I have an idea. You think we can untrain ye so you don't ejaculate when she rings that bell? She's got me trained like Pavlov's dog. I hear that bell, and I drop to the ground and ejaculate. If I did that in front of the world, I'd want to kill myself. Perhaps ye can wear a condom for all the events? Oh, yeah, right. That won't stop the hip movements, and the condoms all slip off when I come. You know, I won't accept any roles that could land me an Oscar, 'cause I know them damn Jesuits would pair me up with someone permanently if that happened, laddie. Okay, let's try to untrain ye and see if we can make ye respond differently to that bell. I'm going to put ye under hypnosis and bring ye back to the past. So Gerard brought me back to the past. It was 2006, and I was at the bar and got a drink. Then when I awakened out of my dream, a strange woman was in my bed. It was Camilla. The drug she put in my drink no longer worked, and I kicked her out of my bed. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you, she said. I noticed that a bomb was strapped to my chest. I want you to get down on all fours like a dog and hump on me. I refuse. Oh, you do? Yeah, where'd you come from? And what right do you have to put a bomb to my chest? Camilla smiled, and it seemed her eyes glared at me as if she was Satan incarnate, with this gleam that seemed to tell me she owned the world and that I could do nothing to stop her. It's in the Second Amendment to your U.S. Constitution. If I recall, you said it yourself one time. I have the right to bear arms, a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. You are such a sexy Texan, just like door you play in Gail's Silver Skies, all for gun rights, like Gail's Silver Skies. Oh, you quote that so well, but when is a bomb on the chest a gun? A bomb, a gun, what is the difference? Both are used by militias to secure a free state. You're a crazy woman, not a member of a militia. I belong to the militia of the Pope, the Jesuit order. You met me at the bar, remember? And we had a glorious night of lovemaking. In fact, I think I might be pregnant with your baby. Camilla smiled with triumph. Get down on all fours and hump on me, or I'll explode that bomb on your chest. My pulse rate quickened, and I tried removing the bomb, but stopped when I noticed Camilla backed away from me, held high her remote, and was getting ready to hit a button. You get down on all fours and hump on me. If not, you explode. I could see if I didn't do what she wanted, I'd be dead. The thought of having sex with this bitch made me want to die rather than live, but if I died, I could not be alive to protect Gail. So I complied to stay alive. To stay alive for Gail, because it seemed the Jesuits owned the world, and I needed to stay alive to fight them for Gail. Oh, God, I prayed a quick prayer. Please help me to bear this. This just rips at all I believe in. But if I don't do what she wants, she'll kill me. And how will that help the world? But if I do what she wants, I betray the woman I would die for. Oh, God, I'm in such a torment. First, I grabbed a bucket and puked. I got on her from behind like a dog and started humping, but my penis was limp. I was crying so much I couldn't even think about sex or humping or anything. What's the matter with you? She scowled. You can't do it to me. When I ring this bell, you better do it or I blow you up. You do that and you'll blow up too. Don't you worry. I have myself covered. Suddenly, I noticed a camera on a tripod taking pictures with flashes. It seemed remotely controlled, and like a robot, it moved, snapping photos. She rang the bell, and I couldn't get it up. I started sweating and panicking. She rang the bell again, and I made myself believe I was doing it to Gail, and I got it up and managed to penetrate and ejaculate. I did it to stay alive for Gail. But oh God, how I felt like such a wimp, such a failure, how I wanted to die. Good boy, she laughed. I knew you could do it. Let's make Gail miserable and make a bunch of babies. I pulled myself out of her with disgust, grabbed a bucket, and puked. My arms shook and my whole body trembled. I loathed myself, feeling I had betrayed Gail. Suddenly, a tidal wave of tears flooded down my face. Camilla laughed. That was cool. Let's do it again. Once she was gone, I went to the police. I'm telling you, officer, I never wanted her. She strapped a bomb onto me and said she'd blow me up if I didn't make love to her. The officer laughed. You're a man. She's a woman. You mean a woman overpowered you and strapped a bomb onto you? I could see Camilla bought off the police department. She drug raped me, put something in my drink, and knocked me out. That's how she did it. So where did this drug rape occur? At the bar? The officer smiled. The bar. Yeah, that's where a man goes to land a woman. I didn't go to the bar to land a woman. I really regretted I went to the bar to relax. I just went there for a drink, and that's all. If that's the case, you could have got a drink at the grocery store. People go to a bar to meet someone. Officer, I swear to you, I didn't go there to meet Camila Alves. Well, I'm not saying you went there to meet her, but when you saw her and her luscious body, you just couldn't resist her. Officer, I'm not in court, and you're not supposed to accuse me without evidence. Actually, you have a bit of a history. I can see that from looking at your records. What? Yeah, you got drunk one time and got a bit unruly, resisted arrest, stomping around your house naked. Marijuana weeds in your house. The officer smiled. Looks like you have a bit of a problem with self-control. Gee, some nosy neighbor called the police, and that officer entered my house without a search warrant. I could never get this off my record. Besides, I wasn't a Jesus follower then. Jesuits never let you forget any of your sins. That was years ago. I don't do stuff like that anymore, officer. Sorry, Matthew. Can I put a restraining order on Camilla? First, you have to convince me that she raped you, and not vice versa. What do I need to do to convince you? Well, do you have the drink that was spiked? I got it at the bar and drank it all down. The officer paused and looked me in the eyes. Drank it all down. Perhaps you got drunk? Never know what a person will do when they're drunk. I started crying, feeling so ashamed that this officer believed I wanted Camilla. I felt so guilty for betraying Gail. The officer patted me on the back. I need to call Camilla and hear her side of the story. No, she'll lie, and then when you're gone, she'll put a bomb on me. Oh, you know her phone number. No, but I'm sure you could find it. I put my hand on my hips and recalled that Camilla took pictures of me humping her like a dog. Rape's a pretty serious charge. I'm concerned that you may have raped her. The officer looked me over. You got a hefty set of biceps there. And she was able to strap you with a bomb? Goodbye, officer. Someday when you meet Jesus, you ain't gonna have it good. I flung my hands in the air and left. Shit, you're a Jesuit, aren't you? I'm just a police officer doing my job. He played dumb on me. What's a Jesuit? I tromped away and looked back at the officer with disdain. Then I came back to talk to the officer once more. I'm going to install an alarm system in my Airstream trailer that I got hitched to the back of my pickup truck. I won't be living in a house because Camilla may break into my house. When that alarm goes off, because Camilla enters my trailer, I want you to arrest her. You want the alarm system connected to the police department? Yeah, I said. I need to prove to you that I don't want this woman. Okay. If Camilla enters that trailer and your alarm goes off, we'll send an officer to investigate. Yeah, I plan on living in that trailer and not in my house so I can